Dang 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 dong dang ding dang ding 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 da da ding ding da da ding ding. H. G. Wells. Now, you've already seen the title, so I don't know what catchphrase I'm doing for H.G. Wells. But if you can think of better catchphrases, please write them in the comments down below. Please write them in the comments down below. Pew! Please write them in the comments down below. Now, we all know who H.G. Wells is. He's the guy who wrote the Time Machine. Walk. And the Invisible Man. What is the brewing recipe for an invisibility potion? No, not.com. Search. Combine absorbent spider with the potion of night vision. It worked. Plop, plop, plop. Bing. Yeah. Plop. Bing. Ding. Plop. Bling, bling, bling. Ding, 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 ding. Cling. Glug, 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 glug. Shiver. Invisibility vision on. Wee. Ding. No, that's not the cure, actually. Let's actually get started with H.G. Wells' life, sci-fi's dad. So, H.G. Wells was born Herbert George Wells, and his nickname was Bertie. He was the fourth and last child of Joseph Wells. In 1874, he had an accident where he broke the bone in his back leg, which got him bedridden, but at least he can get to read books brought to him by his dad from the public library, and this actually increased his feeling for love of books and also the good sense of actually being able to write them. After he got healed, he went to Thomas Morley's Commercial Academy, and I can't find a picture. I googled it up for some reason. Later, he became a teacher where this plaque is right now in the West Sussex County Council, and he became a teacher at the Midhurst Grammar School from 1883 to 1884. And you can check the West Sussex County Council for that school and get this plaque and actually see this plaque yourself. Last year, when a teacher at Midhurst Grammar School. Then he became a writer. Awesome! And also, he was also an artist. Now let me speed read this video. What are the ways that Wells expressed himself was? Treasure drawings and sketches. One kind location for these were and papers and title papers. His own diaries and the cover. A wide variety of topics from political commentary to his feelings toward his literary contemporaries and his current romantic interest. During his marriage to Catherine, he nicknamed Jane. He drew a considerable number of pictures, many of them being overt comments on their marriage. During the period, he called these pictures pictures. These pictures have been the topic of study by Wells scholars for many years. And in 2006, a book was published on the subject. Hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys really was able to actually understand what that means. Now let's get on to more things. His alma mater was in the Royal College of Science, which is now renamed the Imperial College London. And as I already said, he was writing fiction. Some of his original works was The Outline of History, The Country of the Blind, and The Red Room, which sounds a lot like something that would come from this. Recognize it? And then he wrote his great novel, The Time Machine, which actually became an instant success, and that actually skyrocketed his fame all the way to a word that you can go for the summary and the analysis on 2 separate videos on my channel. And then there comes The Invisible Man. I haven't made a video yet during the time, and it's so good too. And there are also The War of the World, which actually gives out as future representation, and also saying that microbes will out defeat every kind of defense system that mankind has, at least in places. And then there are the War of the Worlds and the Island of Dr. Moreau and the First Man in the Moon, which actually led to have a crater named after him called the H.G. Wells crater. And this is a statue of the world of the worlds that was created. It's actually a real statue here. It's not a drawing. I actually thought it was a drawing for now. And then it's actually there. He was also featured on the cover of Time magazine on September 20th of 1926, which is one day before his 40th birthday. Wait, what? No, sorry. It's the 34 plus 26. So, his 60th birthday. One day right before his 60th birthday, he was featured on the cover of Time magazine, the weekly news magazine. I'm racing through this guy right now here. And then he died on August 13th of 1946. He actually had some war efforts that actually was not what made him. He also coined the term of World War I as the war that will end war. Yeah. And this is a plaque on the H.G. Wells Society at the Chiltern Court of Baker Street in the city of Westminster, where Wells lived between 1930 and 1936. H.G. Wells, he was an author, and he died here at the age of 79 years old on August 13th, which was a few days before his birthday. Now, what about the politics and the viewpoints that he actually showed? Well, and who was a big fan of that? Well, you actually might be surprised that a big fan of this guy was Winston Churchill. And let me just retract here. Let me try the time machine thing. I actually did this on purpose so I could try the time machine effect. So he does a lot of scientific romances, and he lived and worked here. And this is the plaque that was put by the H.G. Wells Society. He even coined the term during his wartime effort, the war that will end war. And also, he actually traveled to Russia multiple times. This is Wells, and this is a Russian dude. Let me try again. Wells, Russian dude. He went to there in 1914 and 1920 and also 1934. And then he died on August 13th of 1946. This is the plaque that's on his home in the Greater London that was put by the Greater London Council. And he died here at the age of 79 years old at his home. So, yeah. And who was a big fan of his politics? None other than... forgot about this. And this is the novelist and thinker statue of H.G. Wells by Wesley Hardard in Woking, with him and some science fiction thing in his hand and the object itself. And was a big fan of his political work. Winston Churchill, Wells used his book as an axe hacking away at the injustices of what he thought of as society. And that is basically the end of today's episode. And here's H.G. Wells depicted on the Gernsback Science Wonder Stories in 1929. So what should we take of this? I mean, H.G. Wells gave us a lot, and he did a lot too. So while we're on this end called, I would like to tell you guys how much I'm a big fan of science fiction. Science fiction is awesome, guys. It's so awesome. And I hope you guys will read more science fiction. Also, H.G. Wells is probably one of the best people. I mean, he's called the father of science fiction, which is why I made the title Sci-Fi's Dad as a little pun in there. And that's basically it. Churchill was a big fan. I should have already said that. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode. The end. And remember, peace! Subscribe.